For today's Free Coaching Friday question, the question was, I feel like I'm always the one trying to make the relationship work and trying to show him what a healthy communication relationship looks like, but he can't control his emotions and just gets upset whenever I try to talk to him about anything. So it's a very long question, something to the effect of you're the one always trying to make things work, trying to get the communication started, and you get a negative reaction from the guy. And so I'll address that in four parts, and I'm going to show you how you can become feminine in a way that attracts the masculine, that attracts the man. And also how you can communicate with your partner who's a masculine individual, and be able to get a positive reaction from him, and in fact get it fixed. So a lot of what I'm going to talk about is something foreign for most women, because most women that are raised in our society internationally have been raised to be masculine. They're raised to be feminine, but they're also raised to be masculine. So women have this confusion, have this dichotomy in their brains, how should I act? And how should I actually attract a man? How do I become a feminine woman? Because you're always switching back and forth into the masculine and feminine. So the easiest way I could explain it is to go back to evolution and how you've evolved as a feminine individual. Now remember, first thing you have to remember is that you're raised in a society where they raise you to take action and accomplish goals and these masculine traits, these taking action traits. But they rarely teach you, some magazines teach you, some female influencers teach you to how to be feminine. And that's incredibly important if you're going to be in a relationship with a masculine individual, doesn't it? So the easiest way I could explain it is imagine yourself as you evolved as an egg. The way that you evolved was that a sperm copulated with that egg, which turned into a human being. Recognize that the semen, the masculine energy, is action taking, it's goal seeking, it's pursuing. The female, the egg, the ovum, is just waiting, it's just receiving, it's just being feminine. So when you look at that, the feminine is a receiving energy. It's soft, it's beautiful, it's feminine, it's sweet, it's loving, it's nurturing. The masculine is an action-oriented energy. It's a goal-seeking energy. It's an accomplishing energy. And these two work incredibly well with each other. Now, you're raised, obviously, to switch back and forth between feminine and masculine. In fact, they don't tell you there's a difference. They just tell you to go after it and take action. And so when you communicate with your partner, what you want to be in a relationship, if you really want to attract your partner who's a masculine individual, is you want to be soft, you want to be receptive, you want to be receiving, you want to be nurturing. You don't want to be action taking. Well, you want to be action taking for yourself. You want to step into your masculine traits, because nobody's completely feminine, nobody's completely just masculine energy. Even masculine men have feminine energy. And so when you communicate with a masculine individual, the way you allow them to feel good about being masculine, and the way you allow them to feel good about communicating with you and interacting with you, is if you allow them, give them the opportunity, give them the platform to be masculine individuals, and they will feel good being around you. This is how you become incredibly attractive as a feminine individual. You become soft, you become loving, receptive, sweet. Whenever you get the masculine individual to do something, whenever you are action taking, you're pursuing, you will drive off the masculine energy, and they may or may not retreat. If they're masculine, they will retreat. If they're more feminine, they will step into their feminine energy. There's this dynamic in a relationship which is called the feminine and masculine dynamic. And you must be paying attention to that. And so how you communicate with your partner in a feminine way, not getting him to do something, not getting him to take action, not telling him what to do or her what to do. If it's a masculine individual, not telling the masculine individual what to do, to take action. How do you become receptive and loving and nurturing and soft and feminine and sexy and beautiful without getting the other person to take action and getting them to do what you'd like. And this is the question. How you get them to do what you'd like is you talk about how you feel in your body. You talk about how you feel in your body. You communicate with the masculine individual. You tell them how you feel in your body, and they will pursue you when you are being receptive. You have to be receptive, number one. Number two, you have to communicate how you feel in your body. So you're trying to communicate with your partner, essentially. A masculine individual. And they're a masculine individual. Don't tell them what to do. Don't tell them how to do things. But here's what you do to get them to do things. This is pretty seductive. This is pretty powerful. It's very manipulative. But manipulation is a good or bad thing. It's up to you how you use it. You're always manipulating anyway. So you tell them, baby, or daddy, or sweetheart, or whatever his name is. I wanted to communicate something with you, and it's really, really important to me, and it's bugging me. Every time you look at a girl's butt and their sexy butts, I don't doubt they're sexy, they're good-looking butts. But whenever you do it in front of me, I really feel small, and I really don't feel like I'm being loved, and I really don't feel like I'm being respected. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? And so what I did there, as a feminine individual, I'm not a feminine individual, but if you're a feminine individual, what I did was I talked about how I felt in my body. I talked about how I felt. And I didn't tell him what to do. I didn't tell the masculine individual what to do. I asked him, what do you think about that? I gave the individual the platform to take action, to take corrective action perhaps, hopefully, to take corrective action, to do something about it, except I didn't tell him to do anything. I just asked him, what do you think about that? Or how do you think we could fix this? So remember, as a feminine individual, you're soft, loving, beautiful, sexy, fun, supportive, but you're not getting the masculine individual to take action. You communicate how you feel in your body, and you have to really, really get into your feminine self by being really receptive, really self-appreciative, self-worthy, self-happy. You have to be your own individual, and you will attract a tremendous amount of masculine energy.